Because look at how the light is me all the way back here. I'm vibrant and colorful.
So are we ready to start the video?
Let's do it.
All right, what's up guys, and welcome back to the channel. If you are a returning viewer, we're showing you basically our new cameras. We got Canon M50s paired to new Rode microphones. So we're gonna be able to have much better videos. Hopefully you guys are gonna enjoy the new quality. If you are a new viewer, this is a review of the cameras. We're gonna basically show the cameras and see how they are. So today it is like, I don't know, 4:30 in the evening. We have low light and you can just tell how the colors are and everything.
And you can hear me from back here, I think, too.
Probably.
With the omnidirectional mic.
Yes, omnidirectional, so we can hear a lot versus other mics, but you can see how all the colors look and how I look and how wide angle it is. I'm holding this arm's length apart. So then if I turn this around, we'll go ahead and show you what this camera actually looks like with the Rode microphone on the top of it. And for anyone interested, here's our old cameras. These are the Sony A5100s, and we have little windsocks on the microphones. There's no external ports for mics on those.
Yep, it's just SD card on one side.
Yeah, just
and
flip
that
up
was
the
it.
screen.
Right.
They've been great cameras. We've had them for what, 4 years?
4 years now, I think.
And what we're going to do right now to show you the differences in video and audio quality. So let's stand out here so we're kind of in similar lighting.
Okay. I didn't know if we want to have them aiming the same way or not.
So actually, let me flip this screen around so I can see it.
We've never vlogged a vlog of a vlog reviewing before.
So right now, let's go to my camera, the Canon M50. You can hear me talking. I'm obviously 2 feet away from it.
Now you can hear me. I'm a little bit farther away.
All right, now
switching to the A5100, you can tell just on the screens here how much, I think how much more crystal clear that is. But we need to have the same background so you can see the blue there, the vibrant.
So then what about me talking? So I'm a good 5, 6, 7, 8 feet away.
Yeah, now
10,
you are.
10 feet away?
Yeah.
So you can probably hear how I sound.
And then you're gonna pick my voice up on that really easily.
And then let's even switch cameras just to see our voices, because my voice does not pick up well at all.
I don't know which is the main camera now.
So then using the A51 audio, you can hear me, see me, everything. Now Mike, start talking.
You know what's crazy though? If you look at this screen here, it almost looks like the drone quality, smoothness. Versus, cool. Yeah, well, if I had a tripod on that, but can you see in that right now, like how smooth that is?
Yeah.
Like that's crazy. This is a bit heavier.
Yeah. Real quick,
so
we'll just test
not bad.
Stability. I'll do a panning shot with this camera. It's decently steady, but I don't know, they haven't been as perfect. But then if I now switch to the new Canon, I think the stability is much smoother. You can see just how that is. So I guess now let's stick with the Canon, the new camera, as a quick test. And we're going to show you a little bit about how these set up, and then we're going to show you different scenarios with different lighting and whatnot. But one thing really cool, it has a side flip out screen, as you can see. And also notice just how high definition everything is. You can see like the skin texture and everything. So there is an unlock.
I have to turn it on.
There's an unlock. It's a little button. You just press. You unlock the actual lens and it locks into place.
Yeah, there we go.
Which is kind of cool. So to take a look at this screen here, it does have a touch screen, and one thing really cool, there's this little icon you can tap and you can adjust some of the settings. But you can adjust the background blur, which is pretty cool. You can see what's in the foreground, and then all the way on blur, things in the background blur out versus everything be nice and in focus. And then you can set that as default. And then of course you can change all the coloring, brightness, and things like that. That's kind of as much as we've messed with the audio or with the actual visuals. And then over on this top right here, we have a few different icons. We have the automatic, and then we can go into these ones. It seems like AV is our favorite one for taking photos. You can see how the one on the left, it really blurs out like the background, and that's what we took this thumbnail with. So those are kind of the only settings. We're not camera gurus or anything like that. We're just going to leave them in automatic and really just adjust some of the minor settings on the bottom here by touching that. And I think that's kind of the easiest way to really get it rolling.
Yeah, I'm going to mess with this later. I really haven't dove into it just yet. But I think this is really going to help us not only with the quality of our videos. We get a ton of comments on our audio. And it's mainly because of this, since we don't have a built-in mic.
Or it's only a built-in mic.
It's only a built-in mic. But even when we tried using our unidirectional mics, when you were behind the camera like Brian is now.
Those were single directional.
Isn't that what I said? You need, well, it sounded like you were muffled like this and you couldn't really hear you in the back.
Yeah, so if I'm behind the camera right now talking to it,
you should sound normal right now.
I should sound pretty good even compared to when I'm in front of it. I don't think the audio is going to change much depending on
maybe
how I
a little
am.
bit, but not like we had before.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're hopefully going to be able to get better quality in what we do with the camera before we even start editing, which I think is really awesome, especially with the picture. Like the thumbnail of this should be better than most of our previous thumbnails, just with the settings that you can do in here.
And then one thing cool, just looking at the lighting and coloring, I think everything is really, really HD. And the stability, I'm actually walking around just holding this with my hand, and it doesn't really look all shaky, which we've got some comments about.
Yeah, do you think it's a lot? I think it's a lot smoother just by looking at that screen.
And then if we go inside, so we just have basic fluorescent bulbs up top.
Should we do 2 different camera settings going in the cars with how dark it is?
We could.
To show that.
But even in here, in a bright area, looking in a dark area.
Yeah.
I mean.
Can you see me?
Oh yeah, the image is nice. And then even like the color of the wheels and everything really pop too. But let's go inside the Supra, a dark black interior. Let's see how it is.
Now, what's the setting you have the brightness on for that? Is it at 0 right now?
I have it at normal. So I'm gonna unrecord it and then change that setting, guys. And then I'm now in the +5 setting for the brightness. And as you can tell, it's pretty darn good for being a really dark interior. This is a hard shot to ever show.
Let's try this camera now.
So we'll switch to Mike on the A5100.
So just by going in, we don't have any settings for brightness, do we?
We probably do that, no clue.
Yeah, but how dark does that look right now compared to what you just saw?
It looks really dark.
That's really dark, and that's something that I complain about a lot in reviews. Like, can you even see the floor mat with that camera? You can't even see it with this.
Most of it.
Okay. I mean, yeah, it's still pretty dark. I mean, I just like how that brings out the lighting anyway.
Yeah, and let's go into the GTR, which is a little bit lighter of a car. We have the red interior, and also keep in mind the autofocus as we get really close to something.
Oh yeah, do you have that on?
Yeah, it's all auto. But then inside, so it looks like it stuttered a second, but this red really pops. I'm back in the neutral setting for the brightness. But for really low light, it actually looks brighter on the screen versus real life.
Yeah, I see that.
Which is pretty impressive. And as you can see with me, I'm well lit, and the car, you can still see it. It doesn't look like the car is all pitch black.
Yeah.
But let's see if I hop inside, because we do a lot of car reviews. So if I go ahead and get inside the GTR, so it's pretty dark in here, but actually you can still see me.
Yeah, let me see.
Not bad at all.
Yeah, that's really good.
Not bad. And if I turn it around a little bit, I mean, wow.
Go into like the center armrest area, if you can reach. See, that's usually where it's really dark.
Wow. That's not bad at all, to be quite honest. And even with a bright white with the dark, that's actually
Should I turn one of those lights off just to see?
Doesn't matter.
Oh.
But not bad at all.
Maybe there's a lot of settings in our old cameras we didn't know how to use or didn't have, but it seems like these are already better out of the gate.
Yeah,
without even adjusting anything.
Yeah, because we're not tech guys at all. Like, trust me, we don't know computers, cameras, or phones. We are car people. That is our bread and butter. But for us, they're basically, we want to use our cameras in the auto setting, the simple, the easy way, point, shoot, hit record.
Yeah.
And so far, this is definitely seeming a little bit better. And I hope the audio, I hope you guys can hear me. And even if Mike takes the camera, what if I'm back here? Because whenever we're somewhere and I'm here talking, you can't ever hear me.
Yeah.
Like my audio, my voice, I think is just a little different, where there's like more bass or something.
We should be able to hear you now.
Yeah, normally you can never hear me.
Dude,
if I'm not 2 inches from the camera.
It is so well lit, and these aren't even like LED bulbs really in the garage.
And even dimming it down a little bit.
Man, we might be able to do better reviews in the garage, or better installs in, well, hey, you can actually still.
That's actually not.
That's actually way better than our other cameras.
Wow.
So we might be able to better do installs in the, wait, that wasn't grammatically correct at all.
Filming in the garage might go better.
Filming in the garage might be better, yeah.
And it seems pretty wide angle too.
We didn't talk about the price of these yet.
So we ordered these on Amazon actually. We'll have them linked down below. The camera is like, I think $550 I believe. And then these are the $100 Rode mics. I don't remember the name, but they'll be linked right down below on Amazon. And then we're just using 32 gig SD cards. You can get whatever you want. But we'll have a few of those linked as well. But not bad at all. We were looking at new cameras. We've been looking for new ones, I'd say the good part of the year. And there's a lot of kits for well over $1,000 and it doesn't really justify what we use them for.
This is our second camera we've ever had minus our cell phones. The A5100s were like $450.
550.
550.
They're still the same price today.
So we're bumping up a little bit, but
Yeah.
not. If you guys are not new to the channel, we try to get the best bang for your buck. So
Yeah.
without spending over $1,000, I think we're getting still pretty good quality that competes with more expensive cameras.
Yeah.
It's not breaking the bank either.
And I think the coloring stability is pretty good. The audio should be good. And even this lighting, should we do another split screen with the other camera at all?
Yeah, we can do that.
Because this is really poor lighting right now. I mean, you can see we just got a cloudy day up here. No sun in the sky or anything. But the colors look really good. And even looking at everything.
See the cameras? Let me see the angle on that.
Well,
So
they might be very similar.
yeah, it is hard to tell. I mean, sometimes this just doesn't do well. Like there's a street light right there.
Yeah.
That's maybe helping out with it.
But these look crystal clear. The only thing weird I have to get used to, I'm looking over at the sideways.
instead of on top.
Yeah, the screen's normally above it, so it's a little weird.
Yeah.
But yeah, not bad at all. I think I'm liking them.
It's hard to see how the coloring on them, but we know from editing
Yeah.
that this is going to be darker.
Yeah.
Even though to us right now it looks like it's lighter. I really think that that camera is bringing out the brightness.
I think the
colors.
stability is also really good as I'm walking.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it's not bad at all. And we
Yeah.
are doing this all in 1080 60 frame rate.
Yeah, we get a lot of questions on that.
This can do 4K, but it's at like a 24 frame rate.
Our
And
computers aren't rated for 4K.
yeah, and the frame rate's a little too low to really make
Neither
it
are most
usable.
people's eyeballs.
Yeah, you can't actually notice 4K technically.
Yeah.
And then what else? This does have a super slow-mo, but it's only at 720p.
Yeah.
Which we don't really need super
anyway.
slow-mo.
Yeah.
But I do like, I guess, how the details are in this low lighting and everything. I mean, look how good a B-roll would look.
Should I try to copy that with this one just to overlay it?
If you want.
Because, I mean, honestly, it looks the same right now.
Yeah.
But I know that camera is going to be way better.
Yeah, they've been great cameras, and we'll be selling them as well.
Yeah, if you guys are interested, they're still really good cameras, so.
Yeah, but it was time. I mean, this is our full-time job, and we needed better audio, better visual, because we've had a lot of comments, and we've been wanting something a little bit better. But I think that might be summing up the video. Canon M50 with a Rode microphone. Pretty cool. It does have a hot shoe on the top, so you can mix and match, put like an LED light or something like that, which we might give a try. But I'm liking how the visual is, even going from light to different kind of light. And even, I mean, let's looking at a dark area, you can still see stuff, so it's definitely pretty nice and pretty smooth. But is that going to sum it up, Mike?
Yeah, I think we're all set. Just going over our new camera system, so hopefully you guys enjoy it. If you're interested in either camera, really, check
Actually, yeah, we'll have the A5100s linked below as well.
Yeah, because that's a really good start, more of a starter camera, I guess you could say.
Alright guys, so that is going to wrap it up for today's video. If you enjoyed it, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Smash that subscribe button if you like car videos. We have a lot on the Tacoma, Jeep, GTR Supra, and then a few bike videos here and there. And then for you camera guys, hopefully this was a good test, a real world test to see the Canon M50 actually performing in low light like this, kind of mixing and matching. I'm liking it so far, and our future videos will be in this camera. But that's it guys, thumbs up, subscribe. We'll see you guys next video.